Where you from?
Baltimore.
What?
Baltimore.
Baltimore? What's that?
What's your name?
What?
Where's you from?
What?
What's your name?
What?
Where's you from?
What?
What's your name?
What?
Where's you from?
What? Baltimore.
Huh? Baltimore?
What?
What's that?
I think it's funny that we're not even acknowledging this is the same person. Actor,
Right.
Right.
Pacino, right. Yeah.
Like we acting like these are no nigga. This is the same actor. Which,
Yeah.
shout out to Al because that motherfucker
Yeah.
did. He played a Cuban and he played Italian. I don't know what he
Mhm.
is. Scarface is like a 80s action movie.
Right.
That's the way it was shot. It was quick paced. The story wasn't really drawn out. You had certain times that was slow, but most of the movie was really fast. Kind of like cocaine is how it's like fast. Like, you sniff it and it's like an upper.
Mhm.
Like that's how the movie was edited. That's how it was shot. It was in and out, nigga. Everybody turned sides. Motherfuckers got shot. Whoop, whoop. The second act was a little long. When it came to go and assassinate the fucking governor or senator or whatever. That shit
Yeah.
was kind of like a little like drawn out and kind of boring. But
Mhm.
like that movie had movie montages.
I don't think so. I don't think
Godfather
so.
didn't have movie montages.
Right. It didn't because 80s montages was big like back
In
when
the
it started, like the 80s when it was being made.
Yeah.
Like you had Miami Vice and Rocky. They had all types of montages.
Commandos,
Yeah. So that
Rambo.
was big back
Yeah,
then.
montages. That's what it
Mhm.
was. Like every action movie had a montage, and that movie was an action movie. But like
Mhm.
Godfather is a story.
Yeah.
Like an actual story of like a man that was never supposed to do this shit. He was the good boy. He was, even though he went to war, he was the good boy. He was the one that was probably going to end up being like away from the family, be a lawyer, get married, all that shit. But due to circumstances, he ended up becoming the main one
Yeah.
that needed to lead because he was
Right.
the one that had his mind on straight. He wasn't about the bitches. He wasn't about flashing. That motherfucker was strictly about family. He had bodies on him because he was in the army. You know what I mean? It wasn't like he didn't kill the other motherfucker that shot up his dad.
right.
Like he did that shit broad fucking daylight. So he was gangster. He wasn't no pussy.
And not
But,
only
like-
that, it had one of the greatest scenes, I believe, one of the greatest scenes in all of cinematic history. And that's the scene where you were talking about when, they talked to him and gave him the gun and he had to go to the restaurant to shoot the guy, right? And
Yeah.
the dude said, take the cannoli and drop the gun. So he goes to the bathroom and gets the gun, comes back, don't know nothing about shooting and killing people like face to face, Shoots the nigga, pow, pow, shoots this nigga, pow, pow, dead. And then he's just like, there's a scene where he has the gun in his hand and he's walking away, and all you hear is his footsteps. And every time I see this scene, I say, drop the gun, drop the gun, drop the gun. And dead on, he just drops that gun. And then the music hits like, din, din. Bro, I get goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps right now thinking about that shit because it was such a beautifully directed scene, man. I always say people don't know how to watch movies, man,
Yo, you can't watch the movie eat popcorn at
Hey,
the
man, you
same
want some
time.
But that scene is just one of the greatest like cinematic scenes in all of movie history, man. It's just like you just hear his footsteps and he's looking around like he don't know what to do next. So he's like, what's next? And he just shot these people. And I know his mind is going crazy. And he's like, then he's like, drop the gun. And he just finally drops the gun and just walks out. Bro, that is a beautiful scene, man. That is a beautiful scene. Edge of your seat right there for me.
So I would say that in comparisons to that, because I know exactly what you're talking about. In comparisons to that, I would say that the scene from Scarface when Tony Montana goes up against his former boss after they shot him up and try to kill him.
That's okay. That's the start of me. That's the reason why I don't like Scarface. But go ahead and I'll explain why.
So him walking, like they having that conversation, they talking about the baseball game, and everyone's expecting for Tony to be dead.
Right.
And it was just like, yet again, this little Cuban dude survives
All luck.
Not luck, because he was he was in the army. So like he knew, like if someone shoots at you, high, drunk, or anything, due to his experiences, he knew to be like, okay, flip the table over to have some type of shield, because there ain't no shield in here. Next thing, I don't have the high capacity weapons that they do, but their high capacity weapons, they're always going. First of all, niggas are scared when they're doing it.
He's not thinking about that, bro.
I mean, if you look at the scene, that's exactly what happened. He flipped over
No,
the
it's
table.
not, man. He got
he
lucky.
did.
He was in
How
the
did he get
club.
lucky?
Listen, hold on. He was in the club, coked up, and he saw the people, or the people started shooting at him. He fell, he jumped back, and like you say, flipped over the table and got lucky by not getting shot. That's it.
No,
like he wasn't prepared for it, man.
Happened, bro. Look at the look. You just analyze that. Listen to me. He was sitting over there like this, looking at the fucking racist ass motherfucker tell his jokes. He was already drunk. He already had a motherfucking, he was hammered out, and he just saw him. And he just looked at him. And he just could tell, like, these motherfuckers look weird, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And he just was staring at him. And then they pulled out their guns, and the first thing he did, his eyes got real big. He flipped that table over to go ahead and protect himself. He fell on the ground, just trying to, because they shot it. When they started shooting, he ducked underneath the table, and then he was like, he got his shit together. He got his gun out. He was like, okay, I'm about to shoot their legs. Boom, 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 boom. Shot their legs. They started acting crazy. He shot the nigga, shot the chandelier. Then he jetted out, like flew out that motherfucker. He ran fast as a bitch, jumped in his weird ass space car.
Yeah.
But my point is that
it's funny.
Everyone thought he was dead. But before that, remember Tony was like, yo, he got his little troops together. Cause you remember he ain't had nobody with him. It was just Manolo and that a couple other cats. He went over there first and was like, look, this is what I want you to do. I want you to call this nigga. Call him 9 o'clock or whatever time it was, right? He was like, call him. Make sure you call him.
Yeah.
When you call him, say, we fucked up. He got away. He fucked up. He got away. Call him at this time. What time? Just the time. Make sure you do that. Short. Make sure you say that. And he walked in like, hey, when he walked into that motherfucking office at that used car lot or whatever car lot it was, the way that shit was directed and the way that he was very calm, didn't say anything, didn't insinuate, and he set that trap, and that trap was laid out. He picked up that phone. He was sitting there acting all nervous, and then he hung up that phone. He knew, like, this motherfucker sent the hit on me. Even though I was doing my shit on the side, I'm gonna smoke him. But my favorite part of that
go ahead. I'm sorry.
My favorite part was like when this nigga was begging for his life. Begging. He was like, I'm not going to shoot you. I'm not going to shoot you. Manolo, shoot this piece of shit. And it just, oh, goddamn, you must hate this shit. Go ahead, explain. Go ahead. Fuck me finishing. Please explain it.
You said he was doing his own thing on the side. Why did, God, what's the dude's name, man?
I don't know that nigga name. Frank.
Damn, bro. Frank. There you go, Frank. Why did Frank want to kill Tony? Why did
Frank wanted to kill Tony for two reasons. For one, he was extremely disrespectful when it came to his bitch.
Yep. What else?
But Tony knew he was bitch made. Even though he had all the money and all of that stuff, he knew that he was weak. And when you there, see, that's the thing though. When you out there in the street, man, the weak always gonna have to get eaten by the strong.
Okay.
If you want to go out there and try to be a gangster, you need to be the worst of all of them. Because if not, somebody's going to come and take your shit, take your bitch, take your house, take your money, and take everything you got. So that's extremely realistic. And that's the reason why Tony, when they had that argument at the club right before they sent the hit on him, even though, right before they had that argument, he straight said, you don't have any balls. You don't have balls. So since you don't have any balls, you know what I'm saying? You can't tell me what to do. Because I have balls. And that's
the dude who put him on. The dude who put him on.
Yep.
Who brought him in and said, okay, I'm going to give you these jobs. I'm going to put some money in your pocket. I'm going to put you here in Miami and do something for you. And this is how he repays him because he's bitch made. You see? Okay. Here's what I think, bro. You got Scarface. All the rappers in the world have modeled their career on Scarface. You got people like you who constantly say Scarface is about, it's a story about a man who come from nothing and got something and got all this and did all this and did all this shit. Fuck that. Scarface, Tony Montana stole everything. And for someone like you, I'm just going to say you because I know the type of person you are. I know your business acumen. You are a self-made businessman. Right? You got your business on the side. You one of the greatest rappers of all time. You doing a podcast over here with me. And then you still got a regular job. You know what I mean? You doing your thing. Like you self-made. You did everything on your own, right? Then you got somebody like you say Scarface is your favorite movie. You got somebody like Tony Montana. This shouldn't be one of your favorite movies because Tony Montana stole everything. Here it is, right? Just like you said, he kills Frank. Because Frank was trying to kill him because he was being mad disrespectful to the dude. He bit the hand that fed him, right? Cool. Yeah. He kills Frank. Then after he kills Frank, what comes after that? The push it to the limit montage. The dude steals everything. He stole everything. Hold on. He stole the dude's house. He stole his connects. He stole his money. He stole his wife, bro. He stole the dude's wife. Like she was like a piece of furniture. Like she was the couch that came along with the fucking house. That's still so what? The dudes took his money. He could have bought a brand new mansion. No, he bought his mansion. And here's the most stupidest part in the movie and the most disrespectful and stupidest and dumbest part in the whole movie. At the end of the push to the limit montage scene, they have a scene where the workers who are working on the house, they take down the picture. They have a painted picture of Frank and his wife. They take down that picture and put up a picture of Tony Montana and Frank's wife, who is now Tony's wife. They take down the picture, all right, and replace it with a picture of Tony. That's it. Like that for real. That's the stupidest scene in the whole world to me, bro. Like, what type of shit is that? You doing the same thing that Frank did. He did nothing on his own. The only thing he did was make it to from Cuba or Havana, where he was from, to Miami. Like, that's it. He stole everything. I still feel like he got lucky by not getting killed. Yeah, he ran out. Yeah, he flipped the table. Yeah, he shot back. Cool. But still, nigga, you still got killed and you got lucky. And the only reason you was getting killed is because you was being mad disrespectful. And then he does this disrespectful shit by just copying off of everything that Frank did. Right. And just had a portrait painted of him and Frank's wife. And they took the photo down and put that up. Scarface is a story of a man who stole everything. It's not a story about somebody who made something from nothing. He came from nothing, got brought into an organization, killed the dude, and stole everything. That's not nothing to pat on yourself on the back for. That's not nothing to base your life and career off of. And somebody like you who is self-made, bro, and everything that you've done should not look at this movie and be like, yo, this movie is great. I want to be just like this when I grow up. Bro, he stole everything. That shit is whack. And you're about to tell me, man. I'm trying that everybody steals everything. People stole from black people. People stole from this and this. You're going to make excuses for it. But it's not something that you should look up to. He is not the person you should look up to, man. That's what I think. So
I never said I looked up to him.
Well, favorite movie, fine. Your favorite movie.
That's not my favorite movie.
Nigga.
That's not my favorite movie. What's my favorite movie? Don't Look Up. Remember that?
Okay, you did say that. Yeah, your new favorite movie. Right on.
Right. But I don't think that you can relate to Scarface.
Because I'm not from the streets.
Not that you're not from the streets, because you're not wired in that way.
Okay.
In terms of being anything I have to do to make more money or be successful.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that you have to understand that Scarface is psychotic. Okay. Right? Like, he's a fucking maniac. But the movie shows you even people that are crazier than him. Remember the chainsaw scene?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't believe it, but that shit actually used to happen, dog.
Yeah.
And because around that time, around the Cuban crime wave, you seen Cocaine Cowboys and talk all that shit, Griselda and all that shit, and all the hitters and shit like that. Like, those motherfuckers was really doing all of that shit. And that whole movie is about just like a story of someone within the Cuban crime wave.
Okay.
Scarface should not be revered as an actual person with his motives.
Mm-hmm.
But understanding that success always comes with terrible things. 99% of the time of the people that we revere, we find out years later are fucking crazy or they're fucking nuts. Mel Gibson. Remember Mel Gibson did Passion of the Christ?
Right.
Then we found
He
out
went-
like 5 years later he's a raging alcoholic.
right.
But you did the most spiritually uplifting movie ever. Remember, how many people churches swelled when that movie came
You
out,
did.
bro.
That was back when I was a Christian. And yes,
that was your slack.
as
Was
a
that your
yeah,
slack?
yeah. As a no, it's like one of my favorite movie, but I remember going as a church to go see
Yeah.
it. Like we actually, for real, bro. Like we actually like this is the day we're gonna go. We got the movie tickets. We bro, it was an event. It was an event. Yeah.
That movie grossed over $300 million domestically in the United States.
Yeah.
We at that time we only had 389 million people in the United States. So everybody saw that movie.
Yeah.
From a nigga that's a raging alcoholic.
Right. But you did, like you said
anti-Semitic.
before, right? But you didn't know that until after. And also
You
about
know?
that movie, just one more fact about Passion of the Christ too. I remember like that movie was in the theaters for a very long time too, like on some
Nigga,
Titanic
like 6
shit.
months, nigga.
But I remember going to the movies and going and seeing another movie, and then like Passion of the Christ letting out, and people would leave that movie just like crying, like oh,
In tears, because it
Yeah, like-
ends with like the fucking murder. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like
yeah,
the best part of that movie was the devil being in there. That was my favorite part of the story. Like the devil telling you, like, yo, bro, you know you about to go through this, right?
yeah,
I can get
Yeah.
you out of it. Only thing
Mhm.
you got to do is just denounce him because he's about to get you fucked up.
Right.
And he was just like, nah, this is what I gotta do. And it was
Oh,
weird. It was like the demon, or I think it was the devil, whatever. He was just like,
Snake.
now it was like a man. It was like
Mhm.
actually a man. He was just like, this is wrong.
Mhm.
That's what he was like, don't do this. This is stupid.
He had more sense than everybody.
Like, don't do this, bro. Like,
He
they
did.
still gonna fuck up. These people are terrible, man.
Right.
Everything you think they gonna do, they gonna fucking do. And if
He
you really
had
think
the
about it,
most-
they've done it all, haven't they, Wayne?
Mhm. Yes, absolutely. They had the most sense. Yes. So I guess I'm saying the devil had the most sense in that movie. If you don't like what I'm saying, send all your hate mail to youfeelmepodcast.com or .gmail at
You feel me?
gmail.com.
Pod.com.
Okay, you feel me pod at gmail.com.
Bam.
Send your hate mail there, and I'm not gonna read it, right? So but he
look,
had the most sense, yo.
He did. So my point is this. Scarface represents this world being the worst place. Like a lot of us come up from fucked up situations. I could imagine being born in a third world country that's also ruled by a dictator.
Yeah.
Whew. You talking about eating flour for dinner, nigga, and getting dysentery. And this is like 2022. That happens over there. You dig?
Mhm.
You getting over here. Not only was you in the army, because back over there, the only way you really eat, bro, and get money is if you was in the army. And you killing your own people. You killing people that was against the king, right?
Yeah.
So, you come over here, which was big time, Cuban refugees. You got to go through the Cuban refugee camps, which constantly in Miami has so many problems. The government hated them. You think that motherfuckers hated Mexicans, bro? They really hated motherfuckers from over there.
Yeah.
Because they brought so much crime with them. But that's how it is over there. And when they come to America, they like, yo, y'all got grocery stores on every corner? Like, nigga, I can go to a shelter and get food?
Yeah. Right.
Like, nigga, I could go to Goodwill and get clothes? What? And you motherfuckers take this shit for granted? And some shit that grows in everybody's garden? This is what y'all like to do? Y'all like to spend y'all money on this.
Mhm.
And it's $80 a motherfucking fuck for a fucking hit? Okay, nigga. To me, I always look at like, yo, it's crazy how you can say from like another like country when you come over here, how everyone takes shit for granted that's here. Like black
Yeah,
people will have it so much better than those people over there.
Yeah, definitely do.
Even though that's not what the story of Scarface is about, it's a small part of it. I always look at Scarface as someone that, unfortunately, you could tell he grew up in a fucked up situation. And he was so mad about that shit that it made him do horrible things to get to the top. And the best part of that story is the end, when he gets shot in the back by the hitman and he falls. And it pans out and it shows this beautiful home, and he's dead. and he's dead. And it shows you can get everything you want, but if you do it the wrong way, you're gonna fall.
Got you.
Because everybody that sells coke, everyone that sells drugs, every nigga that's a robber, a trapper, a fraud, a scammer, a yeet, all them niggas, you're gonna end up one or two ways, either dead or in jail.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it shows. It shows him rising to power by killing everybody in his way. It shows him making a stupid ass fucking deal for all of this coke, but making it work because he just said, I can do this shit. It shows him going up against the biggest drug distributor in the world at that time, which I guess was they were trying to, make it seem like it was Frank,
right?
No, the other guy, whatever, Escobar.
Okay.
They was trying to make it seem like it was him, in the movie. You feel me? And him like not taking that opportunity and pushing it literally to the limit, but then him letting the drugs and the paranoia get to him, and then the money and the banks, people trying to get more money for him for no reason. Remember the bank scene?
Yeah.
Everything started falling apart. Him not trusting his right-hand man, even though his right-hand man was the only nigga that trusted him. The only one. The fact that his mom hated him.
You talking about Manny Manolo?
Manolo was the.
And then he saved the sister. He saved Scarface's sister.
Right. And then like so much shit happens, but that is literally a representation of what happens in the streets. But it happens even faster because most niggas don't even reach that level. I've gotten so many calls from back home like, yo, this nigga got shot in the face.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like people ODing, like that's how it really is, bro. And that movie is the reason why so many of people like me or people that come from that type of shit grew up with like drug overdoses, drugs being in your house, you finding needles and shit, like people that like crack and shit in your house. When you see that shit and you watch Scarface, you like, yo, I can get on the streets. I can actually make money like this. And it's going to come with all of this fucked up shit. But I could possibly just make it and live the type of life that I see on TV, even if it's for a little bit.
Wow. Yep.
And that movie connects to us more than Godfather, because Godfather is about a family that is generationally in this shit.
Mm-hmm.
It shows the same thing, how he basically went through the same shit. The dad, the boss, the big, when he was young, he went through the same shit. He had to kill a motherfucker over there in Sicily to get more advantages. He had to take shit over. He had to kill motherfuckers that helped him out just to get to where he wanted to be. It was all about respect. His son got shot the fuck up 100 times because he wanted to do shit to make sure that he had enough money because he came from nothing. And the only way he could do it was to do some illegal shit. But you got competition. You got niggas that hate on you. You got motherfuckers that want your spot. So the stories are very similar, but it's just told from a totally different place. One's an action movie. The other one is like a slow-paced, beautiful drama.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Me and you, we like the same movie. We like the same shit. It's just told in totally different ways. And it's way more fast-paced because they ain't doing Scarface too.
Yeah,
they did that. It was out 30 minutes of bing, boom, bow.
Mm-hmm.
Godfather was like a 3-hour movie. Not to mention the second movie. Remember, he got his brother killed, right?
Right. He had to do it himself.
Scarface killed Manolo. That was his brother.
True.
You know what I mean? It was totally different. You know what I mean?
The reasoning was different. Like,
and I respect the reason why he killed his brother.
Right, exactly. Like, you don't turn your back on the family. You just do not turn your back on the family.
What the fuck is you doing? You get smacked up and shit in Vegas.
What about me? I'm smart. I'm smart. I'm like, bro, he was mad because
he didn't get the spot. He was the oldest one.
Get the spot. Whereas Tony was just so coked up that he didn't realize, like, yo, yeah, they're dating. Yeah, they were.
But he told that nigga, "Don't touch my sister." That he screamed at him. Remember, he said, "She ain't for you. She's innocent," because he knew.
Right, but she was about to die, man. She was doing all this coke, man.
She was, and he saved her life. She was about to get raped, all that crazy shit. But he should have stopped it there because, not saying they can't fall in love, not saying all of that, but Manolo was still in the life.
Yeah,
and when you bring someone like that, that's, Scarface Tony saw her as innocent, right? She wasn't. She was a. Mm-hmm. But when you do that, bro, when they come and kill you, if you ain't there, they're gonna kill her.
Yeah.
To make
got
you
you.
come and find them so they can kill you. Like they not gonna kill, they might not find you, but they're gonna kill your mom.
Mm-hmm.
Or like kidnap and rape her or like send her to you in pieces. And that's why he like, yo, none of this shit is for her. Keep her separate from this shit. Keep my mom separate. They cannot be involved in this. What we do, man, this is a men's only type business.
Yeah.
And if you're a woman that does it, you got to have the balls of a man. You got to be even 10 times worse. You got to be willing to fucking cut somebody's head off and smell it to their mom. You got to go crazy. Niggas got to be super scared because you have to have that natural protection because you can't kill everybody, right, Wayne?
Right.
But if people fear you, they won't fuck with you. They won't fuck with you. So I hope you can see why niggas love Scarface.
I do.
Does that make sense now?
Yeah. I'm glad we had this conversation, man, because I see it in a new light. Because I'm, just like everything else, I'm seeing it my way. And I'm not one of those people who are just kind of, I just see it my way and that's it. So I'm glad we had this convo. It really opened my eyes to how it's how the movie, how Scarface and Godfather connect, and how it's generally kind of the same story, just told in different time frames, and definitely what you were saying about just how you have to, where you come from and what you have to do to make it, and even if it's just like that little bit, like you want to be on top just for that little bit, but I get it, I understand now, and I appreciate it, bro.
And I've done so much fucked up shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've done shit just thinking about in my past that's fucked up. No, I haven't like shot like somebody like this, but I've been close to like almost doing shit to people that's really close to me. I've had beef with motherfuckers that was like right hand mans. Like I've been through like similar things. The only thing is I never took it to that step to kill a motherfucker, but I've thought about it 100 times. So I understand that. But in terms of Godfather, I feel like he did way worse shit than Scarface, because
he was the head guy. Like he was
so hard.
But I don't know. Maybe it was because the suits was better, and I don't know. They were more professional about it. I don't know. But I feel you. Like it was the same shit, but it was also like he had to order the hit, whereas Scarface was more so doing it himself.
Yeah, because Scarface had hits put out, but you didn't see none of that shit, right? But like the way I look at it, and I think it's funny that we're not even acknowledging this is the same person, actor, right?
Pacino, right? Yeah,
like we acting like these are nigga. This is the same actor. Which shout out to Al, because that motherfucker he played a Cuban and he played Italian. I don't know what he is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's Italian, but like he played both. But like the reason why I think that the Godfather, that guy in the Godfather, Michael, is worse, is because he had coherent thought to make these decisions. Scarface was coked up. It's an 80s movie, so everything moving quick, nigga. You know what I mean? It's pushing to the limit, nigga. We going, nigga. We on coke. We wilding. We partying.
Right.
We got big guns. Now Michael was like, yo, like he had to make a conscious decision, and he got to make a conscious decision. Like, yo, we gonna kill this nigga.
Yeah.
Like that is some cold shit, B. That's some cold shit. If you're doing something in the passion, that's what Scarface to me is like passion. He's a passion person. Everything's passion. You feel me? Like he's passionate. But nah, Michael's just cold and methodical. That's a killer, nigga. That's a motherfucker you gotta be scared of, nigga. He quiet too, real quiet, real small.
I don't know, man. I feel like like a meek dude. Yeah, that's what I feel like. But he had to kill people for a reason. You know what I mean?
Scarface did too, but it was different.
Bad, nigga. I'm gonna shoot at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Scarface was a gangster. Like he was a Al Pacino, not Al Pacino, Al Capone type gangster. Which, if you don't know, that's what actually Scarface is based on.
Okay.
So there was an original movie that came out in the 1940s called Scarface.
Right.
And it was basically by a really, really great actor back then. I had to put his picture up. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but it was basically kind of like a story of like Al Capone. But they just modernized it in the 80s to make it more about the Cuban crime wave. Gotcha. But that story has been told twice already. And it probably is supposed to be getting another version, but in Mexico. So it's like a Mexican drug lord that becomes like Scarface. But that's just basically a story of like someone that's like the top of like the mountain of like organized crime. That's really what it all is about. But like I said, Michael, man, he scares me way more than fucking Scarface. So Scarface is one of them niggas, yeah, he'll probably come in and kill everybody in the whole room real quick. You know what I'm saying? But he all coked up and bugging. But like Michael, man, you don't know when it's going to come. You're going to be in your car and you're just going to get that bag over your head and that's it.
Yeah.
That's some scary shit to